Sport, Paul Bunyan's axe stands tall as the prize for the game we have today. A battle that puts the spotlight on these two great institutions as we wait to see who will walk out with a sharp piece of hardware. Welcome to Huntington Bank Stadium, home to the Minnesota Golden Gophers. As we'll see a squad from the Big Ten, the Wisconsin Badgers, taking on a fellow Big Ten foe, the Minnesota Golden Gophers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. I guess they're not interested in kicking it away. They're lining up for an onside kick. Looks as if the hands team will be able to recover the ball. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. The officials throw the flag, but the offense won't need it. They'll decline that and keep the big play. From the shotgun, the inside give. Past the sticks, and he may get more. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Badger! And a huge run from the back for 6.
Man, it's nice to have a running back that can do that. That makes everything else easy on offense. Hey, hand it to that guy. He makes a big play. Yes, please.
And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. What a way to send a message. Huge play in the running game. One snap, and you've got a touchdown on the board. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. These old rivals have gone at it for a long time. First meeting way back in 1890. It is the most played rivalry at the highest level of college football.
Yeah, you're right, Reese. And even though this game hasn't always had national championship implications or Heisman Trophy implications necessarily, this game defines what's so great about college football. It's the rivalries, right? You don't have to be necessarily a fan of either of these two schools, but appreciating the history, I think, is what makes this game so unique.
Yeah, and the trophy games are so fun. Just to watch the teams react at the end.
Breaks into the open. And the tackle is made, but not before that completion gets them 30+.
How nice is it as a quarterback when you don't have to throw post routes to get great stats? No, I can just throw it quickly to one of the fastest players in the entire nation and let him burn this defense.
The feel of this whole drive changed on that last big play. They've got it 1st and 10 outside the 30. Here's the handoff.
Really good surge that time by the offensive line. You saw all those bodies by the defense being pushed backwards. That opened up the crease for the ball carrier. He's able to get a really nice gain there, setting up 2nd and inches.
The Golden Gophers have a lot of options on 2nd and inches. Taylor has it. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a 1st down.
You got to have short area quickness. That running back there doing what it takes to make sure he got that 1st down.
And the Golden Gophers will snap it on 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Use the play fake, now to throw. Back open in the middle. That completion gets them inside the 10, and the defense is running out of room to defend.
You know, it's a nice throw by the QB there. When you're throwing to running backs, you got to make it easy on them. So you want to put it right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like they did just there, getting that 1st.
On 1st and goal, they have a chance to answer with a score of their own.
Clear. Clear. Go.
To the air, it's Lindsey. Fires into the end zone. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line.
Oh, the quarterback. He had his hands in the air after throwing that one. He thought that was a 6er, but his guy dropped it.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Tight end now in motion. He'll run it to the middle, looking for the end zone. He's got it down to the 1-yard line, right on the doorstep of Pater.
Well, he gets tackled down at the 1-yard line, so offensively, do you feel confident enough on 3rd here trying to hand it off again?
Yeah, and I'm taking both these downs, and I'm coming downhill. I'm running the football, trying to get this in the end zone. I only got a yard to go.
And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota!
The defense knew coming into this game they were going to have their hands full. Not only did they have to worry about these running backs in the running game, they had to worry about the quarterback as well. On designed runs and on scrambles, they didn't have an answer for him right there.
Setting up for the extra point and the top. And he tacks on the extra point. 76 yards on the drive for the touchdown. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. He'll take the return, try to get better field position. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Here comes the Wisconsin offense to go back to work. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. They'll leave it with him. Runs through a tackle. And he fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one. Paul Bunyan's axe is one of the great trophies in college football, but you know, they used to play for a slab of bacon before it disappeared. And you rather play for an axe or a slab of bacon, David?
Absolutely, I'd rather play for an axe. Way more tough, way more manly. And by the way, I don't eat bacon anyways. I don't need the food. Palmer, give me the axe.
I'm going to go bacon because bacon makes everything taste better, and it's the smoky notes that really give it that extra little
Turning it on! A little more space, open up that playbook even more as they pick up the 1st down out to the 30.
One of the things that really impresses me about this receiving group is their physical receivers. They can break tackles. They don't just go down as soon as someone gets close to them. These guys are always fighting for extra yards.
From the gun, he leaves it with the back. Stopped after a pickup of 4. Good run to get it out to the 34.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Dropping back, it's Edwards. Fires complete on the crosser. And he'll have enough for the first down at the 42.
Man, just find ways to find the big fellas. Those big tight ends are huge targets for the quarterbacks. The throws are usually in between the numbers. That makes it pretty easy. Usually sure-handed guys like that just come across the field and make plays for them.
Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down.
Every offense wants to be able to run the ball and be physical, especially on first down. And you want to create 2nd and short, 3rd and short, or just get first downs like that run right there.
They'll ride the hot hand. This time he doesn't get loose, and finally the defense gets him bottled up behind the line.
Not much running room. He had to break a tackle and still break another tackle to try to get back to the line of scrimmage. Not good blocking on the play.
But that's what coaches always emphasize, too. Never assume a teammate's going to make the tackle. You run to the ball, and they did it there.
100%, especially guys that are so big and strong and elusive nowadays. They're going to break tackles. Keep swarming, keep hitting them. Next guy, don't assume the tackle's going to be made.
That's reeled in. It's Anthony. Smashes ahead. The Wisconsin quarterbacks always know their role. Sometimes they got to make the big plays, from a Darrell Bevel to a Russell Wilson.
And knowing your role means knowing that you're going to hand the football off a lot, and you're going to be a play-action team and pick and choose your spots. But it won't be an offense with Wisconsin that it's opening up. It's throwing the football 30, 40 times a game.
The Badgers have it with a 1st and 10. From the gun, the ground game.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Looking for a man. It's Edwards. Buys a little time. He can't find anybody. It'll be incomplete as the defense does a really good job in coverage.
And he finally missed one, right? I mean, he's been pretty hot, right? 5 passes in a row. He's been moving the ball around, different platforms, different receivers. Just done a really good job spreading the ball around, and he's human. He finally missed.
They're within field goal range at the 29. Let's see if they can pick up a few or the first down on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking left. Zips it out to his man. Makes the grab. Defense right there, and they are set up at the 14. This dude is just exceptional in every facet. So fluid, such a great route runner, and a big play there.
And money down, 3rd down, find him. I mean, you want to find that matchup because he's going to win, and gets a good release, gets down the field. You see that's your playmaker, that's your guy. Get it to him, get the first down.
He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. They'll go to the ground. Great work to make the play in the backfield, and it puts them right back where they started this series. It's 3rd and 10. Man, what a spectacular play by that defensive end to come up with the tackle there.
And you see those guys get off the football so fast. Most of these guys are 250 to 275 pounds, but they get off the ball fast, low. And the offensive linemen, they have no chance to stop those guys as quick and as fast as they are.
It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He wants it all. Throw into the end zone, and it's picked off. Taking it the other way. He's at the 50.
That's a great job by the defender there, back in his own end. He knew he had to make a play. He jumped the route, caught it, and he takes it all the way back. Forget flipping the field. How about scoring a touchdown?
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it out. It's Ballard. And a really nice job by the kick team to get down there and make sure they limit that return. Good news, I guess, a lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. Back to throw, it's Edwards. Grabbed over the middle, it's Brooks. Showing off that weight room work as he gets across the 20 and up to the 22.
Really nice job by the quarterback understanding I needed to throw this ball hard. Like, I got to fit it in there tight. And a nice job by the wide receiver wearing it, because he really didn't have a choice, because he was going to wear that one regardless.
And the Badgers with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. They'll try it on the ground, running the counter. Brought down at the 27. It's a 5-yard pickup on the play. As much a part of Wisconsin as cheese and brats feed that running back for first downs.
It's crazy, Reese. They don't find the most highly recruited guys, but they find tailbacks who are dudes. And Ron Dane to Jonathan Taylor to whoever it is, they always find a bell cow running back at the University of Wisconsin.
Defense fills those gaps. He's got one to the 28. We reach the break. It's Minnesota holding the lead. And we've come to the end of the first as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game as we open the second quarter. Went to the running game on first down. Now here they come again. Wants to go up top. And he left that one short, tried to baby it in there. He's got to turn it loose. They've made 3rd down offense a key. It'll be tested on 3rd and long from the 28. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Let's see what call they have on 3rd and long from the 28. Using his legs, it's Dupree. Really nice job there to pick up the first down and get it to their own 41.
And they may have caught the defense napping there a little bit, David, maybe expecting pass on that 3rd down, but because of the back's effort now, fresh set of downs.
And it's so nice to have a guy that you can give the football on these 3rd down situations and feel confident you're going to continue to move the sticks.
The Badgers are rolling down the field. Wide receiver comes in motion. To the ground, he's got it again. This time there is no running room to be found if this defense wasn't going to get hit with a big run twice in a row.
And he tried to do all he could. He broke one tackle, but my goodness, guys were hitting him left and right in the backfield.
This is a staple for any good defensive coordinator. They want their guys to swarm to the football, to gang tackle. If one guy misses, another one's there.
No doubt. And the staple for the offensive coordinator, the offensive line coach, is block those guys. Don't watch them tackle our guys.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
Yeah, and you've already seen him make a critical mistake earlier in the ball game, and you're going to make more of them if you don't make your feet a priority. Just pause for a second, steady those feet, get them quiet. Now I can make a more accurate throw.
Under fire. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down. And the Badgers will send out the punt unit. First time we've seen their punt team tonight. Fields the punt and tries to work it the other way. He's able to pick his way for just a bit, but he'll be stopped at the 18. Good job by the punt team. Minnesota has it back, and the Gopher offense is headed onto the field. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback? You gave him the ball, and he delivered the goods. Great job taking apart the defense, Jesse, on that last drive.
He really did, David. I mean, that was a...
There he goes! Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds.
And this defense is figuring out early in this football game, man. They've got to be dialed in because this passing attack, it's lethal because they get it to their speedsters, and after the catch, they're really good. Got to tighten up that coverage and get those guys on the ground when they catch the football.
And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
Well, that's just a great play by the defender and great timing. It was the hit that forced that incompletion.
Operating in the red zone here on second down. The give is to Taylor. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Minnesota! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. That touchdown gives his team a pretty significant lead at this point.
And that's what you want. You want to start fast. You want everything to come out and start clicking, make some plays. It doesn't always work that way, but when you do, man, the energy, the crowd, everybody's into it. Now the other team better respond.
They're set to kick it off. Do you think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? Fielded in the end zone. It's Ballard. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Okay, here comes the Wisconsin offense onto the field. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. To the air, it's Edwards. Finds his man, it's Brooks. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's first down.
After giving up a few extra yards after a hitch throw, I wonder if this defense is going to want to give this guy this much access moving forward. They might be thinking about more press coverage or playing some zone coverage where the corner's right up on it.
With the first down, they'll put it in play from the 33. Here comes the heat. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time. facing 3rd and long from the 25. They just keep firing. Throws to the tight end. It's complete. They make the tackle at the 36. Let's see if they bring out the punt team. The Badgers will try to pin them back with the punt. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Nice directional kick there, like a solid iron shot. Able to keep them from getting a return, and the ball goes out of bounds. They're going to mark it right around the 20. The Minnesota offense is headed back onto the field. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect him.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. The give to the tailback. Plows through the defense. Good, solid, determined run there. They'll mark him down at the 27.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
The Golden Gophers line up, trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. To the ground to try to move the chains. Oh, he's got some space. Inside the 30. 10. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Golden Gophers!
Love the play call offensively. They knew the defense were crowding a lot of bodies close to the line of scrimmage, and once they were able to get into the second level, all they had to do was make one guy miss and get one good angle. And with the speed that ball carrier has, man, that thing was a sure shot touchdown.
Let's see what he can do with the return. Oh my goodness, he's still moving. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. And Wisconsin has its offense back on the field. They're down by 21 points, but you get a touchdown here, and you do at least apply a little game pressure, Jesse.
It's true. I think for them to get back in this one at this point now, they need the quarterback to play.
There he goes! He's inside the 40. And I wasn't sure they were going to be able to catch him. They finally did, but they gave up a huge play.
I know it's early in the game, but defensively after that play, you know you have to tackle the catch. When this guy gets the ball in his hands, he is so dangerous after the fact. So it's okay for him to make catches. You just got to get him to the ground quickly.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. The play action fake. Rushes on him. Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39.
This defense, they are tenacious, and they've got guys up front that are athletic and that are so strong and that can collapse the pocket. You saw it right there in that play action attempt.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. Got it behind the line. It's Dupree. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass, as it just never developed. They'll send out the kicker to try to salvage this drive. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and a score on this drive would do wonders for their confidence. This is going to have to be unleashed from 54 yards out. Now on 4th down, here comes the field goal team. Maybe being on the right hash will help him swing that big leg for this 54-yard attempt. It's good. He hit that one right down the middle. That cuts the lead down to 28-10. They were able to get a field goal on the board, and now they'll kick it away. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. He leaves it with the back. Powers through the defender.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
And the Golden Gophers in a good spot here with second and short.
29 Philly. 2-9 Philly.
Back to the ground with the running back. And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47.
Another good run. Man, he has been picking up yards in bunches today. Jesse showing off all the skills.
And he's showing no signs of slowing down, David. This guy just gets better as the game goes on. He is a beast.
Here comes the offense on 1st and 10 from the 47.
Get set. Get set. Go.
Running back searching for a hole. Breaks into the open. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Minnesota!
And this dude has been a problem today. Almost 200 yards rushing. Rips off another long run. He has been impossible to stop. They've featured him, and Palmer, I would continue to feature him.
Yeah, I would too, David. I think he's the definition of a running back that gets better as the game goes on. The more and more you give him the football, he just seems to get stronger. He seems to get faster. People do not want to tackle this guy for 60 minutes. He is putting on a show.
Coming out with it, it's Ballard. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. To the air, it's Edwards. Unloads to the wideout. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Well, this offense has gone his way early and often in this game. They've gotten into a nice rhythm. That time, though, the defense was expecting the throw going his way, and they put a really nice hit on him to force the incompletion.
Looking to fire. That one comes out hot down the right side.
Hey, man, if you're going to force incompletions when the QB's throwing to the tight end, you better be physical. Nice job with the hit, forcing that incompletion.
Going to have to come up with a play on 3rd and 10 from inside their own 20. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Quarterback making checks. Looking for a crease, it's Dupree. Shows him the stiff arm. Got the first down and still on his feet. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break.
And that is so demoralizing for a defense. You played so well on 1st and 2nd down, and then you have a breakdown on 3rd. This defense has got to be better the next time they're faced in that situation.
To the air on 1st down. Gonna take a shot. And the ball is caught. He's inside the 35.
And you just could not allow that to happen defensively, giving up a big play like that. They're going to need to now play with some sense of urgency if they're not going to give up any points here before the end of the half.
Okay,
And the
ready?
Badgers have it with a 1st and 10.
Here we go. Tuna.
Looking downfield on 1st down. He'll take another shot here. And it'll be intercepted in the end zone. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
up in the tight formation. No reason to take a chance here. Down to one knee, and that should do it for the end of the half. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Leaves it with the running back. Can't get him to the ground. Able to pick his way forward for a decent gain before the defense gets him down.
Offensive linemen love to run the power. Why? You run power. You run power. Then you can play action. You don't want that defense to be sitting there saying, it's a pass, having to pass block every play. You got to keep defenses off balance.
How bold will they be on 3rd down after that last run? The give on the counter. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one.
At the 9-yard line. Now, a 4th down.
The Golden Gophers will bring the punt team onto the field. They'll boot it away for the first time tonight. He gets it away from his own end zone. And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. Looking downfield, it's Edwards. He's going to let one fly down the middle. It's incomplete, and they tried to finish this quarter with a bang and couldn't quite connect. That's going to do it here in the first half. Everybody stick with us. We'll head to halftime. We're just about ready to start the second half. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Minnesota has it back, and the Gopher offense is headed onto the field. Let's see if they can keep that first half momentum rolling. Going to the run to start this second half. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman.
Nice play by the defense, but now is a time they've got to be more consistent. They allowed this running back to go off in that first half, and moving forward now, they've got to try and take this running back away.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Might as well stick with him. Gets it across the 30 to the 31, a pickup of 5.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
They'll try the run. They thought they could just run it on 3rd and short, but this defense was there to make the stop. And the Golden Gophers will call on their punt team.
Well, the defense was trailing going in at halftime, and I think they made some adjustments against the run. They want to slow this guy down. That's a really nice start to the second half if you're on defense.
Was looking for more running room, but found nothing but more tacklers. He's down at the 24. Here comes the Wisconsin offense to go back to work. Leaves it with the back. Fights off a defender. Out across the 30 mark, down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain.
You know what? Everybody gets energized on the whole football team when you got running backs that fight for extra yards and breaks tackles. It's awesome to watch. Everybody literally gets a little jolt of energy because that guy continues to fight for everything he gets.
Back to throw, it's Edwards. Just too much mustard on that one. Can't miss the target that badly.
Well, the good news is he did a nice job reading the coverage. He knew exactly where to go with the football that time. Just a little bit too much on that pass. You wonder if that's just nerves. He's got to settle himself down a little bit.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. They'll run it from the gun. All things considered, he's probably lucky to be back to the line of scrimmage.
That's how you come up and make plays as a defense, man. Playing physical, playing downhill. They've given up some plays today, man. He's got over 100 yards on the day. He's really had some success. But on that play, really downhill, really physical, and a nice job getting him to the ground.
On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. Makes the catch. It's Dupree. Ram continues to fight for yards. He's got first down yardage across the 50. They'll mark it at the 49.
That's a huge throw for the offense, but they're down by a ton. They're going to need a lot more of that, and it's not going to be easy considering the defense knows they're probably going to be throwing the ball every play here in the second half moving forward.
The Badgers are on the move. Might be calling a hot route. Looking for room, it's Dupree.
We've seen this guy have tons of success. He had over 100 yards right before that run, but defense gets the better of him there. Nice job of adjusting up front. Good job being physical by that D-line, too.
And the Badgers have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's second and a mile. Looking to pass. It's Edwards. Fires to the middle. And the incomplete pass taking a shot on second down, and they'll be left with a third down.
And at this point of the game, I just can't say enough about how good the defense has been covering this guy. Coming into the game, they knew he was the critical factor for this offense with his skill set, but they have really been able to shut him down. They force another incompletion down the field looking his way. To me, that's one of the biggest reasons why they're winning this game.
Pocket breaking down. Makes the catch. It's Dupree. Past the 40. He'll go out of bounds at the 35-yard line. Big pickup there, and this offense is feeling it.
I know the offense is down by a lot here in the second half. You just need one big play, though, to spark the offense, get the confidence going, and they may have found it right there in that completion. Good throw, good catch. Now we got to keep it going.
Wants to throw on first down. Catch in the middle. It's Mason. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. The modest gain on the completion really shows why you want to run the zone, make them execute, and rally to the ball.
100%. Zone eyes on the quarterback. I see him throw the football, break on it, go make tackles, live to fight another down.
Makes the grab. It's Dupree. Just keeps picking up the tough yards and gets it down to the 26. Running backs just have to be a weapon in the passing game, even for little dump-offs and checkdowns.
Yeah, find your matchups. I mean, you think about running back versus a linebacker. We like that matchup in space, and so find ways to get the football to your running back in space where you can break tackles and make things happen because they're just so dynamic. No secret sauce, no tricking people. Third down and 1. I got to be the more physical team, Jesse, and they were.
And it's so nice, too, when you've got playmakers like that guy that can take a play that's only designed maybe to get a couple yards and turn it into a big gainer. This offense is loaded with weapons.
Fighting his way for every inch, but he still needs a few more. He stopped short of the goal line.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Fires to the end zone. Touchdown, Wisconsin. Quick strike through the air for the score.
It's hard for a defense to have to cover so much space. When the offense goes empty, you've got receivers and tight ends and running backs lined up out wide. You've got to expand, and it's harder to cover on the back end.
And after the extra point, they trail 35-17. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. He'll bring it out. It's Coleman. He's not even going to make it to the 20, much less the 25. He'll mark it out of bounds at the 18. Minnesota offense is headed back onto the field. They still have the lead, but a productive drive here would keep it a comfortable lead. Shakes off the defender. That keeps the running game churning. Pick up a 5 to the 23.
That's just a really nice job by the running back, making the first guy miss and going to get positive yards. This guy's got some wiggle. You saw it on that play.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5.
Flip, 29 Philly, 2-9.
Taylor has it. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38. This is the kind of performance, guys, that sort of etches your name in the lore of a rivalry.
And playing big in this big moment, on this big stage, it is so nice to have a playmaker like that you can highlight, that you can focus on, that you can trust in.
He was so excited coming into this game, too, because he knows that oftentimes your legacy as a player is defined by how you play in rivalry games like this.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line.
Jackrabbit.
They'll move the tight end. To give to the lone running back. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And that run really didn't go anywhere, and a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. The give to the back. And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain. As they come to the line on 3rd and short from the 43, I wonder if they already know they'll go for it if they don't make it here. Power football with the run. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the first down. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. The Golden Gophers will punt it away on 4th down. They'll look to pin him deep. Kicks it high, and it's just hanging there as if it has helium in it and floating down toward the earth. And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. They'll snap this one to start the drive from their own 22. From the gun, running back gets the give. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Well, it's a negative play trying to run the football, and I think if you're on offense, you got to be thinking about throwing it now. You're trailing by a lot. You got to get back in this game. You need tempo, and you need explosive plays through the air.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line.
Get set, get set.
To the air, it's Edwards. Makes the grab, it's Brooks. And brought down, looks as if that's how we'll end the third. What a day it's been on the ground for these two guys, and they just seem to get stronger as the game goes along as we take a look at the numbers. One more quarter to play, and it might be unlikely, but hey, it's college football. Comebacks happen. With the break, they had a little extra time to dial something up for this third down play. Quarterback making adjustments. On third down, he drops to throw. He'll loft one deep down the left side. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's fourth down.
The defense is in great position right now because they've got a huge lead here in the fourth quarter. They know the offense has to take shots to try to get themselves back in the game, so they're calling their coverages accordingly, and there was nowhere to go with that football. Really nice job by the defense being in position to force the incompletion.
Punt is on its way. Here's the fair catch, and he'll make it close to the 20-yard line. Minnesota has it back, and the Gopher offense is headed onto the field. They've punted the last 3 times they've had it, and now really needing to put a score on the board on this possession.
Well, with the defense trailing, they're trying to dictate to the offense now. Really nice blitz call that time, blowing the run play up for a huge loss. You're probably going to see that again. They're trying to find a way to create a takeaway, create negative plays, and get the ball back.
Come on, set.
Keep it on the ground. Getting that push, a pickup of 4 out to the 26.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
To the ground with the back. And they did not let him get to that first down line. It'll bring up a call here.
Offense facing fourth down.
And the Golden Gophers send out the punt unit. He's getting a lot of work. 4th time he's punted tonight. He'll be guided out of bounds, but not before a nifty return on that one. Okay, here comes the Wisconsin offense onto the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. Spits it out to the back. He let that thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection.
At this point of the game in the fourth quarter, it is going to be tough for this offense to get some completions here because now, trailing by this much, the defense is expecting pass, and they're putting a whole bunch of extra DBs on the field to help them out in coverage.
Well, will they dial up on second, and a long way to go. Scanning the field, it's Edwards. Pulls it in, it's Ballard. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
It's always interesting how people handle late game. Like, you know this game is over. There's not a lot to gain from it, but some people try to throw the ball deep and continue to make plays. They throw it short. The clock's running out, and there's not a lot to talk about that's going to be positive for this offense.
Third down, and they'll need to get the ball to the 38-yard line. From the gun, wants to pass. And he throws another interception, his third of the night.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's passion, you're pinning your ears back trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
Back onto the field. After 3 consecutive punts, we'll see if they can dial up something that can get this offense moving forward. Tackle is made at the 44, but he picked up 10 yards and enough for a first down.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football, and the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
It's 1st and 10 from the 44-yard line. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. 4th quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
They'll run it to keep the clock moving. Open space at the 25. He's finally stopped and brought down at the 15.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the second half. It's 1st and 10. They go to the ground. He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone, is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. They'll give it to the back. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Now facing a 3rd and long. The give to the back. He is stopped inside the 15 at the 14-yard line, and an interesting call here on 4th down. Now it looks as if they'll settle for the field goal try. And the kicker delivers the 3 to salvage that drive. And that lead grows even bigger.
and they just tack on more points to this big lead. Listen, fourth quarter was sitting extremely pretty. All we got to do, not give up big plays, make them earn everything they get the rest this way, and we looking pretty good.
He'll bring it out. It's Ballard. Rams him with the stiff arm. Gets it across the 20 to the 21, and not quite what he would have picked up just taking the touchback. They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. To throw, it's Edwards. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. And man, oh man, he is in the dark tonight. His fourth interception.
Heat up them pass rushers, bring in them DBs. That's what I'm doing in this situation. When I got the lead by a couple scores late in the ball game, in the fourth quarter, I'm going to rush the passer like crazy. I'm going to put all those DBs back playing the pass. That's what happened. Great job understanding they're going to have to take shots. We get the interception. This one's almost over.
And in a two-possession game, they'll take a knee. Defense can stop it a couple more times. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. They can stop the clock a couple more times, and they need to get it back fast, down 2 possessions as the clock keeps winding down. So with the late lead, they're ready to just drain the clock in victory formation. And they take a knee on 4th down, having inflicted enough damage, and that ought to do it. So in this old-school, heated Big Ten rivalry, Paul Bunyan's axe will be headed to Minnesota as the Gophers outlast the Badgers. That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.